Hello everyone, welcome back to Drawn by Annie channel. This is me, Annie, and I will be drawing for you today. Grab your tea, coffee and snacks and let's dive into today's video. So, how you've been lately? Anything new happened? For the longest time ever, I actually had some guests come over to my home, and it was a really nice feeling to host people again and cook for them and, just have somebody visit you. And yeah, we spent a nice time chatting and sharing news. It almost felt like I am back home. Oh, and also leftover food is nice, so I don't have to cook for a few days after that because I cooked a big meal for everyone and not just one, so there was a lot of food for us, and everything that's left not eaten we can just eat in our slower tempo in the next 1, 2 or 3 days. Wow, it was so tasty. I made a borscht. I don't know if you have ever tried it, but it's like a soup made with pork and a bunch of cool vegetables. I like it because it has beetroot in it. Yeah, it took me a while to finish it and to cook it properly. Like, I decided to cook it slowly this time because I had all the time in the world to prepare. So for the second meal I made some mashed potatoes and fried some salmon fillet, which was also very, very tasty. And for dessert we had some fruits, some strawberries and also some watermelons. So yeah, I had a pretty nice weekend and I got to spend some time with people and finally some human interaction because I've been isolated for a pretty long time. So today I am going to color one of the older sketches that I have made in my small sketchbook. I was practicing some stylized drawings for random things back then, and then the sketch was never finished, so today I decided to give it some colors because I think why not? I rarely draw any insects or anything like that. Like I mentioned before that I'm not into much of animal or nature drawing, but recently I found myself enjoying drawing these things and I decided to give it a little bit of a stylized touch. So I wanted to draw them with as much swirlies as possible and see if I can maybe make it into a style or something like that. And also I need to practice with my acrylic paint markers, so I decided to color them with a pretty simple palette with acrylic paint pens because I don't have much colors, but I have enough to fill most of the simple drawings. So yeah, I'm going with yellow, orange and black colors. I've also found a few metallic and shinier colors in my collection. I don't usually use them, so I decided to give it a try and maybe add some shinier details to this drawing, but I think I'm going to do that later on when I'm giving the finishing touches. So first of all, I'm just blending the basic colors and then I'm going to add some details with my brush liners and give it a little bit of more of defined look with the lines. And then after that, maybe if I feel like it, I will add some golden shine with my metallic color and see what happens. So we've been working on our home details with my husband since we moved our homes not so long ago. We have like a bunch of stuff that needs to be done, a lot of details that I also want to work on. So maybe I'm going to buy some decor or maybe create with my hands. Why not? I have a lot of canvas paintings that are laying for now in the closet because first of all we need to fix all the furniture and maybe hang some shelves. I don't know, like there is so much to do. My head is going around that. Recently, my husband made me a nice upgrade to my computer and also to my workspace. So he basically customizes everything for my desk and does it with his hands. And he has a 3D printer, so he can pretty much print out any spare part or whatever hanger or like a small detail that he needs to fix things, he can print out and then fix things in my table and make it more organized and looks very neat. And so he made me a bunch of stuff, and little by little this desk is becoming so customized to my hand. Like, it's just becoming more perfect every time he fixes something. But I think he's about to finish it. Yeah, I really enjoy working in my studio now, so everything is very comfortable and functional as well, and it's very pretty. The only thing is lacking that I need to do is my little touch. So I just want to hang out some of my favorite drawings and maybe a few canvases and then make it look like a home. Because I think without any decoration or anything like doesn't have much function but looks nice, without these little details that you enjoy, the space you live in, you can barely call it home. So at least that's how it is for me. So I want to make my space and my home look like home. And maybe, I don't know, maybe in near future we're going to buy some more or new furniture, and maybe to match more the current setup for the desk that I have, because most of the stuff that is in my studio besides my desk is just an extra furniture that we used to use in previous places, and now we just don't want to, it's still good shape so we can use it. So there's a sofa, there's like a big shelf and stuff like that. So yeah, there are a lot of things to work on. But nonetheless, we already done so much around house, so it's perfectly functional and it's very clean too, and I try to keep it clean as much as I can. Sometimes I ask for extra help, but that's rarely happening. So maybe one day I can show you my desk setup. If you want to see it, let me know in the comments, so maybe I can record it for you like a short video or something. One of the new things that I'm not used to in my home is a garden. Like, this is the first time that we are living in a house where there is a little garden in it, because I usually used to live in flats. Like, all my life I was born in a place where there are only flats pretty much. Then I just moved into dormitories and other flats, and I never lived in a house, like a proper house. So this is something that is very new to me. So I try to work out like a new cleaning routine also for the garden, because we have 2 trees in it, and since it's time to change seasons, trees are dropping leaves soon. So I need to learn either if it's normal or not. Like, we're still figuring things out. Like, I don't even know if the way that how many leaves are dropping from the trees is normal. So I'm just trying to clean it up, and that's all. But we are putting some water in it, and I don't know if that's enough water or too much water or too little. So I'm literally trying to figure these things out, like basics. I've never had a tree before in my life that I had to take care of. I barely had any plants in my home. Like, for last 2 years of my life, I started to buy like green plants and flowers in pots to my home, and they are actually living. Because when I used to buy plants back then when I was like younger, all of them would die, even the cactus, for example. It's not that I would forget about watering them, it's like I was watering too much or too little. I was such a horrible plant keeper, but I'm working on it, so it's getting better, and I think it's kind of turning into a new little hobby that I have. So I look after the plants. I think I have around 15 around my home right now, and they're doing pretty well. Like, I like changing soil once in a while, and then watering them every week or 2. It depends on the plant, I guess, but most of my plants, they are okay when I'm watering them once per 2 weeks. And also I'm protecting them from my cats. Because apparently Sparrow and Mo, both of them, they like to play with the leaves or chew on them. And yeah, a few of my plants died because of that, because they like to take them out of the soil, like these small succulents. I had, like a while back, I had a bunch of small succulents, and Sparrow just digged all of them from the soil and started playing with them like toys, even though he has like 100 million of other toys he could play with. He prefers to play with my succulents. So yeah, poor little thing died. And that's why my home doesn't have any small plants anymore, because they are just becoming a victim of this little cat monster that I have. Slowly we are transforming our living space. That also transforms our mind. So the more prettier your home is, or like the more safer you feel in it, the better your mind state is as well. And I've noticed that a lot of times, if I'm in a bad environment, like physical, if it's not clean or if it's messy, if it's chaotic, the same happens to my state of mind. So I just start to get overwhelmed too much. So I try to keep this neat. As I realized that, I started to pay more attention where I'm physically belonging to. So yeah, since then I have like a very neat home, and I try to keep it welcoming and comfortable, and well, safety is always a priority, of course. I've also noticed that when I'm in an overwhelming state, or if like a lot of negative thoughts can spiral through my head if something happened or something like that, I feel that washing things or like cleaning stuff or just a general clean up around the home, it helps to clean up my headspace as well. Like as I'm cleaning the dust or like washing the dishes, it just helps me go back on earth from my head, because my head can be a very dark space. So whenever that happens, that really helps me. And that also bonus is you have a clean house after that. So yeah, in case you needed to have like a life hack to help yourself with cleaning up your mind and emptying your thoughts, just try to clean up your space. Maybe that will help. And of course, I'm not talking about mental illnesses and stuff like that. I mean, that could also help, but if you need any mental health counseling, please go to the doctor. Since I'm not a medical health professional, I'm not giving any medical advice, so I'm just sharing my experience and little life hacks that helped me. Anyway, thank you very much for sticking up with me and my little rambling. I don't know if it was entertaining, but I hope it was. I had lots of fun coloring these little goobies here, and I hope you like the result. So yeah, thank you very much for watching. Leave your thoughts in the comments. Don't forget to wash your cup, and I hope to see you in the next one. Bye bye.